while ago I made my second two-tiered birthday cake, and they are hard, but getting used to it. So this one is a princess themed one. We have a larger base, which I've done pink frosting on the top, and I don't really need to do pink frosting on the outside because we're going to pipe rosettes. So I've used my typical Walton piping tip, I think 2D, and I'm using that to do rosettes all the way around the cake. Just going to go all the way around, and I'm filling any gaps with like little swirls as well. So that's layer 1, which I think looks quite nice on its own as well. Layer 2 is a similar size, except it's smaller in width ways, and I'm going to cover this all with pink frosting once again. I really like this colour of this frosting, and I'm going to cover the whole thing and smooth it like a typical crumb coated cake as well. With this one, I'll be doing like diagonal lines, like a cushion kind of texture. You probably would have seen like this princess style cake before elsewhere, so I'm going to try and recreate that for someone's birthday. I'm going to use the edges of the cake scraper to do the diagonal designs. It turned out to be a bit harder than I expected because it didn't quite look as neat as I wanted it to, but it was the first time. So I'm going to do that, and then the bits where the lines join, I'm going to add sprinkles like a pearl or something. I've added 3 or 4 sticks to go in the middle. Typically I've seen people even put another cake board in the center to hold the top one steady, but I don't find that completely necessary. Then is the hard part of putting the top layer onto the bottom layer. So I did that once both had set a bit, and then I used a spatula to kind of put that on as well. I've seen people literally hold the cake with their hands and put it on, but to me the icing would just like mess up. You can see the edges got a bit messy while I was doing it, but I'm just going to smooth that down. I'm going to pipe a border so you won't really even be able to notice that there's like a gap in between. So I'm going to pipe in the gaps there, and also finish by doing piping at the top. So this is a 2-tiered birthday cake, and the flavor is vegan raspberry and white chocolate for both layers. So I'm going to do little squares like this on the side. You can also find a full video on lots of different piping tips you can do. Piping designs you can do. One piping tip, which I'll keep the link in the description box below. I'm doing like a plait style piping on top as well, and that is my finished product. So this is a 2-tier princess themed birthday cake that I made. It was a bit challenging, you could say, but I think my favorite bit is the top of the cake and the rosette bit as well. It could be neater, but I'm not professional, and this was my final product.